مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hello grade 8 students and welcome back to continue our online learning schedule for week 7, which starts from Sunday the 14th of February till Thursday the 18th of the same month. Our lesson today is mainly about food, either ordering or having it. I mean eating out. So suppose that you and your friends would like to eat out at a restaurant or even at a juice stall. What would you say in this situation? How can you order your food or meal, whether face-to-face or online? Now, I am sure that our lesson today will open your appetite for your favorite dishes. Now, let's get started. So open your student's book page 78 and follow the lesson with me. Our lesson today has some objectives. So the first objective of today's lesson is to skim the notices to get the main idea appropriately. The second one is to match the notices with the sentences from 1 to 5 correctly. And the final one is to write down 2 notices using abbreviation accurately. Now, my students, before going through our lesson, I want you just to read the 4 questions on the left of the page. Listen to the dialogue between 2 persons and try to answer these questions. Question number 1, what is the conversation about? Number 2, what's your favorite dish? Number 3, what kind of food do people in your country eat? Number 4, do you cook? Now listen to the conversation between these 2 persons. Now, my students, let's go through these vocabulary items. The first one is kinds of food. Okay, the first word today is salad. You know what a salad is. You are all know what salad is. Salad is anything called any cold dishes. Any cold dishes like raw green, like lettuce, or small pieces of food, green vegetables or herbs, for example. Salad. The second one is drinks. Drink is a liquid suitable for swallowing. You see, that's what's meant by drink. The third word is starter. The starter of food is the types of food that you begin your meal with. Starter. Yes, starter. Then the dessert. The dessert, usually sweet course or dishes pastry or ice cream, usually served at the end of the meal. That's what's meant by dessert. Then finally is the main course. The main course is the main meal that you eat. Usually the main meal, usual part of the meal. The main course is the main meal that you eat, that is served at one time. It's the main meal that's served at one time. So these are the keywords of our lesson for today. So the main course. Now salad, starter, drinks, main course, and desserts. Now, my students, it's your turn to complete the menu with the words below. What would you order from Chef John's Caring Kitchen? Okay, now it's your turn to complete the menu. Okay, main course, salad, starter, desserts. Okay, number one, make differences with your meal. 15% of your profits to go to charities. Number one, yes, starter. Starter, French onion, creamy mushroom soup, or chicken wings. Now the second one, English gardens, Caesar. Yes, that's fine. That is salad. Fantastic. English garden, like potatoes, onions, green peas, cheese, mayonnaise, mustard, and honey. Right? Or Caesar, like lettuce, chicken, parmesan, parmesan cheese, olive oil, eggs, or garlic. Right? Then for the main course, roast chicken with chips or rice, grilled steak with chips or rice, pasta with broccoli and cheese, beef lasagna, vegetarian lasagna. Now, the following one is strawberry cheesecake, apple pie, chocolate cake, that's fine. That is dessert. The final one is drinks, mineral water, tea, soft drinks, coffee, French juices, strawberry, lemonade. So this is Chef John's Caring Kitchen, right? Now exercise C. Exercise C is a listening, exercise 2 is a listening task. You've got to listen to two people ordering at Chef John's Caring Kitchen and complete their order. It's your turn to listen now. Listen and complete the two persons' order. Listen now.
Lesson 1. Listen to two people ordering at Chef John's Caring Kitchen and complete their order.
Hello, can I take your order? Yes, we're ready. Kelly?
I'd like the French onion soup to start.
I'm afraid there isn't any French onion soup left. Would you like the creamy mushroom soup?
Sure, sounds good.
Mushroom soup for you too? No, thank you. I'd like the chicken wings. Very well. Can you please make that 2 chicken wings? I'm kind of hungry. Certainly. And for the main course, before we go to that, Kelly, don't you think we should get a salad too? Caesar salad sounds good.
Why don't we get the other one? I don't like eggs or garlic.
So, the English garden then? Yes, please. Now, does the vegetarian lasagna have mushrooms in it? Yes, it does. Can I have it without mushrooms? Of course. Thank you.
I'd like the roast chicken, please. What does that come with?
Our meat dishes come with a side dish, either rice or chips.
Some chips, please.
Certainly. Anything else?
Actually, could I have the rice instead?
No problem. Is that all? Would you like something for dessert?
I would. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're a fan of apples, I definitely say the apple pie.
I see. It doesn't have any nuts in it, does it?
I'm afraid it does. Our cheesecake doesn't have any nuts, though.
Great, then I'll get that.
I want one too. It's my favorite dessert. I would also like a strawberry lemonade. I'm curious to see what it is.
Very good choice. And for you?
Some mineral water, please.
Still or sparkling?
Still.
Would you like your drinks now, or would you?
Right. Now you've just listened to the two couple ordering their food at the restaurant. Now what did they ask first? right? What did they order? They order creamy mushroom soup, right? And chicken wings as well. Now, for the salad, they order, yes, they order English garden and vegetarian lasagna without mushroom. The gentleman asked for English garden salad, and the lady ordered vegetarian lasagna without mushroom. Then, for the main course, they ordered roast chicken with rice, right? Then, for the dessert, they order cheesecake, strawberry lemonade, and still yes, for the dessert they ordered cheesecake, and for the drinks they ordered the strawberry lemonade, and still and mineral water. The lady and the gentleman asked for or ordered cheesecake and strawberry. Then for the drinks they ordered lemonade and still water, right? So that's what they ordered for their meal, right? Now the second part of our lesson today is a role play. Role play. Now it's your turn to talk in groups of three. You and your students, you and your colleague. Imagine that you are a waiter or a waitress at Chief's John's Caring Kitchen. Then you have to take part. You have to engage in a short exchange, asking and answering each other's these questions. Imagine that you are Chief John's, and what would you say to the customer or to the person who sits at your restaurant asking for food? How did you start the conversation? You start by saying, "Are you ready to order now, sir? Can I take your order? Would you like to order?" And if there is somebody else accompanying the first person, you can say, "And for you." When you have shortage of certain items of food, you can say, "I'm afraid there isn't any kind of food left. There isn't any mushroom soup left, for example. Would you like to order it with mashed potatoes or any other food?" Our dishes comes with some topping, for example, something to drink. What would you like to drink? And for the dessert, anything else? Could I get you anything else? Is that all? Very well, certainly, of course, no problem. That's the waiter's questions at the beginning of his work, to ask the customer about the kind of food that you would like to order. Okay, now you are the customer. You are the person sitting in a restaurant. Now it's your turn to order food. You start the conversation by saying, "Excuse me, sir, I'd like to order." Or I'd like. Now you start the order by saying, "I'd like," you order the starter. "I'd like French onion soup. Could I have creamy mushroom soup instead? I'm sure what I want. What do you recommend? I'm not sure what I want. What do you recommend?" This time you're asking the waiter to recommend you the types of food that you would like to have. "I'm not sure what I want. What do you recommend? What does that come with? Have you got any Caesar salad? Is there any beef lasagna? Okay. Can I have it without pepper? Yes, please, or no thanks." So these are your order. Before that, you assumed to be, or you pretended to be, the waiter who is asking the customer for his order. Now, my students, it's your time to play the game, and we'll move on to the second part of our lesson for today. The second part of today's lesson, that is part 2. So open your student's book, page 79. We're going to resume the lesson that's concerned with food. Okay? So we've gone through the objective, so there's no need to go through it once again. Now, I want you to read the questions on the left. What's the main idea of the video? We are going to listen to the video. It's your turn to answer these questions. What are the ingredients? What are the ingredients that are mentioned in the video? What is he going to cook? Have you made a tuna salad? What are the ingredients of an apple cake? Okay, now it's your turn to watch the following video. Fantastic. Now, my students, let's have a quick look at these words. The first one is melt. To melt means to become liquefied by heat. The second one is fry. To fry means to cook in hot fat or oil. The third one is cut. To cut means to break the surface of something. Then mix. To mix means to cause different substances to or to combine. Then stir. To stir means to mix a liquid or other substance by moving an object such as a spoon. Then pour. to pour means to make a substance flow from a container. Bake, bake. To bake means to cook inside an oven without using added liquid or fat. Then roast, roast, to cook food in an oven or over a fire. The final is boil. Boil means to reach or cause something to reach the temperature at which a liquid starts to turn into gas. Then, my students, look and try to guess the meaning of the verbs in blue. Yes, the verbs in blue. The verbs in blue. Yes, melt, fry, cut, mix, stir, boils, pour, bake, or roast. Now, guess the cooking verbs through reading definition. To cook something in the oven such as bread or cake. Yes, what's meant by that? Fantastic. It means to bake, right? To bake. To heat water until it is very hot. Right. Boil. To cook in oil. Fantastic. To fry. To remove the skin of a vegetable or fruit with a knife or tool. Right. To cut. To cut food such as cheese into lots of small pieces with the use of a special tool called grater. Yes. To grate. To grate. Grater. To grate. Yes. To grate. Right? Now, do you like cooking? Do you like cooking? Why and why not? Have you ever made anything for a family? If yes, what was that? Now, my students, listen and answer the questions. What are you going to listen to? Now, listen to the audio. Listen to the audio and try to answer these questions and try to check or to circle the correct answer.
Listen to. B. Listen and answer the question. What are you listening to?
Today on Let's Cook, we're going to make a strawberry cheesecake.
Okay, so what do we need apart from strawberries?
Let's see. First, we're going to need a packet of biscuits and a little bit of butter.
Then some soft cheese for the main part?
That's right.
What about milk?
No, we don't need that. Some people like milk or even yogurt in their cheesecake, but I only use cheese. We will need some eggs, though.
Okay, is that everything? What about flour or sugar?
No flour, but definitely sugar. We need some for this recipe. Let's Cook will be back after the break.
Welcome back. We're about to start our strawberry cheesecake.
First, the biscuits need to be broken into little pieces.
Right, my students. What are you listening to?
Listen to.
Great.
B.
Fantastic.
Listen and answer the
You're
question.
listening to a cooking
What
program.
are you listening
That's
to?
right. Now, listen to the list of ingredients below. Take the ones that you think are used to make this cheesecake. Then listen to part A and check your answers. Listen again.
back after the break.
Welcome back. We're about to start our strawberry cheesecake.
First, the biscuits need to be broken into little pieces.
Don't we have to melt the butter first?
That comes next. Go ahead and do it now. Then, when it's nice and soft, add the butter to the pieces of biscuit and stir.
Yum! So that's the first part of the cheesecake?
Yes, it's that easy. Now press the biscuit mix into the cake tin. For the next part, mix the cheese and sugar together in a bowl. Stir them really well.
What about the eggs?
Make sure that the cheese and sugar are smooth before you add them. Okay? You can put them in now.
It looks great. So I'll pour the cheese, sugar and eggs into the cake tin too. What's next?
Now we're going to put the cake in the oven.
But what about the strawberry topping?
We can make it while the cheesecake is baking. It needs about 1 hour, so put it in the oven now.
All right, it's in. What do we need for the topping?
Put the strawberries in a pan. Now add the sugar and keep stirring until it boils.
How will we know that the cake has finished baking?
You can check by sticking a knife in it. If it comes out clean, the cake is ready. When it's ready, we'll pour the topping on and put it in the fridge for a bit.
Now, which ingredients did the cook or the chef use to make the cheesecake? Rice.
C. Look at the list of
Strawberries.
ingredients below.
Fantastic biscuits.
Tick the ones you think are
butter,
used to make this cheesecake.
cheese,
Then listen
eggs,
to part A and check
and
your
sugar.
answers.
right? So these are the ingredients that the chef used to make the strawberry cheesecake. Now my students read and put the recipe for the strawberry cheesecake in order, right? 2 to 8. Then listen again to part B. So I think you're fed up with listening. So let's complete the task as quickly as possible. Number 1, break the biscuit into pieces.
D.
Yes.
Read
Number 2,
and put the recipe
melt
for
the
the strawberry
butter, add
cheesecake
it to
in
the
order.
biscuit and stir.
Write 2
Number
to
3,
8.
press the
Then
biscuits
listen
mix
to
into
part
the
B
cake tin.
and check your answers.
Number 4, mix the cheese and sugar together. Number 5, add the eggs and pour the mixture into the cake at 10.
Welcome back. We're
Number
about
6,
to start
bake
our
the cake
strawberry
for
cheesecake.
about an hour.
First, the biscuits
Number 7,
need to
boil
be
the
broken
fruit and
into
sugar
little
in a
pieces.
pan.
Don't we have to
The
melt
final
the
one
butter
is
first?
to
That comes
when the
next.
cake's
Go
ready,
ahead and do it
add
now.
to the
Then, when it's nice and
the
soft,
topping,
add
the
the
topping
butter to the
at
pieces
the
of
top
biscuit
and
and
leave to
stir.
cook. By this, we come to the end of our lesson today. Thank you and good luck.
مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.